Hello, parents and students. This video is to talk to you about what this week is going to look like as we begin reviewing for the Georgia Milestones Assessment. And the first thing I wanted to talk to you about is this calendar that is talking about the schedule for this week. So there's a brief note at the top that kind of tells you what this is for. And then I've gone ahead and pasted out this week so you know what standards we were reviewing each day. Today we began reviewing standards NF1 and NF2. And then directly below that is the homework schedule, which is on TenMarks.com. So there are two lessons for this evening, creating equivalent fractions and identifying equivalent fractions. As you can see, the homework for tonight is on standards NF1, and that's because one of the standards we reviewed today in class was standard NF1. Now, the students noticed, first off, when I passed this out to them, that the homework extends all the way through Sunday. And the reason that it's paced out through Sunday is that I just wanted to make sure that there were no more than 2 homework assignments each night. However, if they would like to work ahead, as it states in the top of this letter, that's completely fine. And there's also going to be time in class for the students to work on it in our small group rotations as well. So again, the homework for this week is all going to be on TenMarks.com. If you do not have internet access at home, please make sure that your child is coming in the morning and that they're ready to do that during homeroom. It's very important that everybody's giving 100% as we review for the milestones assessment. We also talked about today in class the scores that the students received on their practice test. I encourage you to ask your child what they scored on that practice test and what goals they set for themselves in class to help increase their score. The students set goals for themselves. They also set goals so that I know what kinds of things I need to do to help them. And part of the thing that we talked about in class that they needed help with were videos explaining what to do, and the students said that they needed more homework to review, which takes me to the homework for this week, which is on TenMarks.com. I showed both groups today how to log in as a refresher, and I also gave each student their login information and password. I also included a parent letter so that you have access to log in as well, and you can see how they're scoring on their assignments. Once you go to TenMarks.com, you'll click on Login. The children will go to Student. Obviously, you as an adult would go to Parent. And I'm just going to practice logging in as another student really quick. When they log into TenMarks.com, all of the homework that I've put out for this week is going to show. And all of the homework is right here where these monsters are, where it says your classwork. And as you can see, all of the due dates are set for March 28th because on the calendar that we looked at just a moment ago, all of this homework is due by the 20th. So I just set even a little extra, a little extra cushion. But next week, we're going to be starting a completely different set of review standards. So it would be best if they could all be turned in by this Sunday, the 20th. You can see the first lesson here is identifying equivalent fractions, and the second one is creating equivalent fractions. That's because the homework for tonight are those 2 lessons. So when they log into TenMarks, they're not doing all 14 of these lessons tonight. That is not what we're doing. We're just doing these first 2. And just to briefly show you what it will look like, there will be 10 practice questions. And then all of the choices are going to be multiple choice. This one says choose the statement that is correct. Sometimes there is more than one answer, so it's important to look at all the choices. Another thing that the students said that they needed were videos to help them. And that's the great thing about TenMarks is that each question comes with a video that will review the skill, and each question comes with 3 available hints. So I'm very hopeful that all of this review together will help us as we prepare for the Georgia Milestones Assessment. Please email me if you have any other questions about reviewing or if you'd like to know your child's score from the practice assessment, and I'll be more than happy to talk with you then. Thank you so much. Have a good evening.